So yeah, we had to fight off like these like I don't even know. They're like I wouldn't want to say they're almost cartoonish because it was actually like pretty like scary to fight them off. But yeah, and like it was just me, my mom, and my brother. I don't really know. Like I only like saw my mom a few times. Like um, I think she eventually like went into her room or like a room, and like how the house is set up is like I don't know. It wasn't anything that I like really recognized. Um, but yeah, like one of the last demons or like entities, whatever, alien or I don't even know, was like this floating like face, and it had like wings, kind of. Um, I don't even know. And then it would like sometimes disappear and like kind of even absorb our attacks. And I'm like, this is just so ridiculous. I'm like, why am I having a dream of me protecting the house with nobody else? Nobody else from my family. Okay? I don't have any of my family in there. It's just me, my mom, and my older gay to well, gay to bisexual, or just my older LGBT brother. Okay, I have three older brothers, but one of them is a twin to another, and then I have one that's just a year older than me. I'm like, why am I having this dream, right? Cause as like you know these demons or whatever got hard to like fight off, I was like, dude, what the heck? And it was like pretty scary. But with this whole like Diddy and Epstein thing, them basically like exposing because technically I am by calling out, you know, the websites that I was on, and from the realizing from the trans prostitutes, it goes up to the men and the women, and then from there up, hello, Epstein. And then there's this whole like Diddy situation, and nobody's backing down. I'm like, dang, even Brittany Spears. I was like, dude, that's so crazy because like I do have some pretty good talent like in singing, and I don't know. I just think like Britney Spears is. I used to actually not like Britney Spears for 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 context because I just you know I guess younger I was like more of a guy's guy. I was like, oh yeah, I can't listen to no girls, when I listen to music. But then I was like, oh, like actually Britney Spears is actually pretty cool. And also she's like pretty. Also, speaking of colleges and all these like corrupt colleges basically like worshiping these people like literally, but they would keep it on the low, like very very well, like a 9 to 5 worker or like a doctor, a lawyer, which is ironic because TriStar literally was working with Diddy, this record label, and to have Britney Spears conserved basically just shows you how corrupt like the mental health system is, but how corrupt the healthcare system is, but even more on the fact like how some of these disorders, they're fake, like schizophrenia, probably fake, maybe. Okay, that's just a maybe, you know um paranoid personality disorder, maybe fake, maybe. um I also get it, even if it's not a maybe for schizophrenia or paranoid personality disorder, obviously you have to do drugs like way too much, in order to get to that state. And obviously, like somebody drugging you up, hello, like psychiatrists, fake jobs, like psychiatrists, literally, like, using their degrees and using their knowledge in, you know, pharmacy or drug distribution to like have you drugged up, hello, but it's legitimate. Hello, TriStar, literally conserving Brittany Spears, but they're working with Diddy. Hello, psychiatrists in Los Angeles that were like literally imprisoning me in the psychiatric wards to the point where I had to put out so much evidence that if they keep doing this stuff, especially if they keep putting me in and out of court, and if care court doesn't leave me alone or actually gives me what I actually need and stop trying to, you know, steer me towards being force medicated, knowing that I exposed this trafficking ring, this transgender trafficking ring, well then, I don't know. They're going to get in trouble. They know they are anyway. Some people won't. Some people will get away for a very long time. And they'll face their karma privately. But, yeah, TriStar working with Diddy, and then it, like, really exposes this fake mental health system. And now, like, basically LAPD is going to have a harder time with me. Yeah, LAPD, you're screwed. Now I don't need any legal services. Oh, cartel? You still want your $3,000, $300,000 at that point? To the amount of, like, compensation that I should receive from having this much discrimination, whether educationally all the way down to, you know, publicly. Making sense, dude. That's why some of the college students, they're like, man, we hate this kid, but he's actually pretty interesting because he puts stuff together. I'm like, I know, I do. And I have autism. So basically, if I put stuff together, you know, and I'm willing to stand up for something way more than you damn college students, yeah, I'm calling you out, UCLA. And USC, you're no different. Or, well, you're not, innocent. Yeah. Um, so many college students suck. Um, I was like, dude. But there you go. It's a fake mental health system. This Diddy, trial is really exposing it. Brittany Spears is exposing it. And, yeah, I'm going to expose this trafficking ring. I'm just going. I might as well. Why am I not going to do it? I don't have anywhere to work. I don't have anywhere to go to school. I don't even. Sometimes I don't even get my medications refilled. And if I do, best believe, like, it would have to be out of the damn goodness of, even if not the goodness of somebody's heart, like they would just have to because they know they better do the right thing or else they would get in worse trouble or probably get caught up even worse or probably get in a worse lawsuit. Gosh. And also get it like Britney Spears, like she got screwed over so bad and eventually she like found justice and freedom. So it's like, yeah, I'd rather just go on exposing this thing, whether I get justice or freedom or not. What's the latter? Obviously, I'm just going to pass away from not getting any medical attention, and most people are having a hard time wanting to hear my story because it's just too much I've been through. Very simple. But yeah. Also, it's funny that I'm mentioning, like, college students, like USC or UCLA, and I'm mentioning, like, a really cute girl like Brittany Spears. Because, like, even though Britney Spears would be like one of those popular mean girls, she still like is cool enough to like kind of be compassionate, I guess. And I don't know. I never had a girlfriend or anything, but like I have autism. I like storytelling and just thinking about stories or whatever. But yeah, that would be like pretty cool. Like if, especially because like I could like sing like at least decently, and I could play drums decently as well as piano. But like I don't know, like just going how with Britney Spears like while going to college, I'm like, God, dude, or somebody like Britney Spears. Britney Spears is actually so cool. I'm like, dang, so crazy. Anyway, oh, by the way, I almost forgot one more thing. Hold on. Let's see what time it is. I almost forgot one more thing. Um, Victoria's Secret took down their website, right? Because of security issue. If I'm exposing Bedpage and Pt2, or also known as 2Bedpage, and it has to do with the treasury of the United States, and then like those trans, prostitute websites are available publicly, and Victoria's Secret takes down their website over security issue. But yet Los Angeles really traffics, people, and they're in the prostitution business big time. While legally trafficking other people to punish them like conservatorship, like Britney Spears, all the way down to just one autistic person, me. Somebody not so important, or I guess whatever, and then somebody really important, for example. Putting them in care court or having them conserved by a large label like TriStar, and all these mental health services are actually fake. They're just all to legally, traffic, to punish some people, and then institutionalize them, even though they're literally whistleblowing, while making sure that the underground or underbelly, business of prostitution is prevalent in the United States. Very simple. I'm like, dang, that was so easy to like, explain by an autistic person. An autistic person literally had to tell you. And also, you would know this would have to be true, because if Victoria's Secret takes down their website after I literally upload some of these videos, I guess that's how much, damage a autistic person could do to a city or a company, or, a record label, or, celebrities. How you doing, Diddy? How you doing? Diddy. Hey, Diddy. Fudge. Diddy, how are you doing? Crips are pretty cool. I think Crips are like the largest like gang in the African American community, if I'm not mistaken. Who knows? Maybe not. I mean, I'm not too sure, but maybe not. That's how I was like, Diddy, how are you doing? I was like, Crips, how you doing? From the north to the south to the east, how you doing? This has been going on for a long time, since like the 90s. The elders are into this stuff, and yeah, it's been going on for a long time, so
if it happened to me, it's been happening since like the early 2000s, or probably even before then. God bless everybody.